Well, Ukraine is in the news for fuzzy Monday, Jonathan. So some at least fuzzy news coming out of Ukraine amidst the ongoing war in Ukraine, which has displaced countless millions of people. Patron, the bomb-sniffing dog, whose name actually means cartridge in Ukrainian, not tequila. When I first saw Patron, I'm like, oh, they named him after tequila.
I definitely thought.
But no, it means cartridge in Ukrainian. He was decorated this past Sunday at a news conference in Kyiv by none other than President Volodymyr Zelensky, the 2-year-old Jack Russell Terrier. We have a picture of the doggy. Is a mine-defusing pyrotechnician, and he has disarmed over 260 Russian explosives. So he sniffs for the explosive, and then it gets disarmed. Instead of somebody inadvertently, after the war moves on from one town to the next, because war kind of moves around, people now start to go back to their towns, and then all of a sudden there's explosives in the ground. Somebody takes a step, and they get blown up. So now they bring in Patron, the bomb-sniffing dog, to sniff out these explosives and disarm them to make it safe for people to return to their towns, walk on the streets. He has already sniffed out 260 explosives. In a video ceremony, it shows Zelensky shaking the hands of Iliev, who is the dog handler, and presenting the medal. And Patron is there wagging his tail excitedly. Even Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who was in visiting Kyiv, he was looking in his pocket for a dog treat but couldn't find anything. And Zelensky says, I want to reward those Ukrainian heroes who are already clearing our land of mines, and together with our heroes, a wonderful little sapper, Patron, who helps not only to neutralize explosives, but also to teach our children the necessary safety rules in areas where there is a mine threat. And, it's also it's good for morale of people. It makes people feel good. And after the ceremony, Patron's handler wrote on his Instagram page that this day will be etched in my memory for a long time. Glory to Ukraine. And Patron, the bomb-sniffing dog, gained popularity in a series of viral videos that the Ukrainian government has published online. Most notable for the time Patron fell asleep at a table during a news conference. and basically sometimes, a simple thing like a dog jumping into service, it's just a big boost for morale for the population. Simple smiles and a little bit of laughter go a long way, in the middle of a large war. So that was nice.
That is.
Yes. And you hear this weird story? Julie and Jimmy Johnson, they were fast asleep in Tennessee. They owned 3 dogs.
Right.
And they must have left their door open at night. And they woke up in the morning and they felt a dog in their bed. And then when they opened their eyes, it wasn't one of their 3 dogs. It was a 4th dog. Yeah. And Julie, the wife, was completely confused. She said she's got 3 dogs, Hollis, Jupiter, and Zeppelin, but there was a 4th dog in their bed.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
And look at this dog. It is huge. It ain't like even a small dog. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. She says my husband went to kind of pull the blankets up a little bit, almost like they were going to protect him. And at that point, the dog even went further into her pillows and just wanted to snuggle with us. It was just 100% content.
Look at her face.
It was just 100% content, like snuggling between the pillows.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it didn't take much time after to realize the strange dog was not a threat. And they went online looking for the owner. And finally, they were able to find the owner. The owner was Chris Hawkins. And she wrote, our overly friendly pup, Nala, was hit an all-time record for ignoring personal space and added yet another trick to her long list of Houdini acts. Shame on Nala for somehow breaking into a stranger's house, invading their personal space, getting into their bed, and snuggling with them.
Could you imagine?
Oh, my God.
It's a cute dog, too.
Yeah, but what would you do if you woke up? I would jump to the ceiling.
Yeah,
if I woke up and there was like some hairy dog next to me.
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that they have 3 big dogs, you kind of like, they get it. But just out of nowhere, like a whole brand new dog is there. I don't know what the heck I would have done.
And scientists in Japan, I don't know if I believe this or not. I don't know if I believe this study or not.
What is it?
On April 13th, in a peer-reviewed journalist scientific report, The study examined 48 cats who either lived in households with at least 3 other cats or were from cat cafes that cohabitated with a lot of cats. And what they said is that after studying all these cats, cats know the names of their other cat friends. To test their name recognition, I don't know. We got to ask Carol. I didn't see Carol the tiger in here.
Oh, yeah.
Carol would know the answer to this.
I don't know about this one.
To test their name recognition, the researchers showed each cat a computer monitor displaying a familiar cat's face and an audio recording. That's a cute cat. Of their owner calling either displayed cat's real name or a name that didn't match. And when they heard the name that didn't match the individual cat, then they started staring at the screen more. Wow. And when they heard the name of the cat, they looked away. How could they deduce then?
Right. Just because they look away?
Because they look away. Now, the researchers wrote only household cats anticipated a specific cat face upon hearing the cat's name, suggesting that they matched the stimulus cat's name and the specific individual. They theorized in the paper that this might be food-motivated behavior. They learned that when one cat is called, the other one gets food. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But if you want to believe the cats know their names, fine.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Right. But I'm not a cat person, so like I don't really know too much about cats.
I'm not a cat person either, but I don't believe the cats know cats' names.
Yeah.
Did someone just go meow to me in my ear?
You know, we have a couple cat people, cat lovers here in...
Someone just meowed in my ear.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, okay. Now, and finally, we go to elephants. There's an elephant in the room.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the way in the Court of Appeals of the state of New York.
I heard about this.
Yes. And the animal in the case is an Asian elephant named Happy.
Who's not too happy.
Happy resides in the Bronx Zoo. And her advocates at the Non-Human Rights Project say Happy is an autonomous, cognitively complex elephant worthy of the rights of a human being. And through an attorney, the zoo argues Happy is neither imprisoned nor a person, but a well-cared-for elephant. They want Happy to be released.
Yeah.
They say Happy is in jail in the zoo.
Yeah.
They want her removed from her 1-acre prison. Now, project attorney Monica Miller told the Associated Press that Happy has an interest in exercising her choices and deciding who she wants to be with and where to go and what to do and what to eat. And the zoo is prohibiting her from making any of these choices. Now, Happy was born in the wild in Asia in the 1970s, but she got eventually captured and brought into the zoo. She lives, according to the Bronx Zoo, happily in an enclosure adjacent to the zoo's other elephant, Patty. And the zoo said in a prepared statement that the blatant exploitation of Happy the elephant by NRP to advance their coordinated agenda shows no concern for the individual animal and reveals the fact they're willing to sacrifice Happy's health and psychological well-being to set precedent. Now, this case is in the Court of Appeals on what's called the habeas corpus petition, which is Latin for bring the prisoner forward. Do you think an elephant is a prisoner?
Yes.
You do.
Elephants are so smart as well, and you've seen them in the wild. You see how they care for their kids and all that. Like, but what's the difference between Happy and like all the other elephants?
I'm not saying. Well, if they let Happy go, then they got to let all the animals go. And then what about lawsuits against people who have dogs in their houses? Maybe they're
no.
Okay, maybe they're prisoners. No, it's not different.
How?
It's not. You're a prisoner in somebody's house. What's the difference? At least Happy has this huge enclosure to walk around. Sometimes dogs are imprisoned in a house.
No, but like Happy belongs in Asia.
I disagree completely. You want to argue that Happy shouldn't be imprisoned. To me, that's a decision for lawmakers to make. You know, lawmakers made this zoo. This is a public zoo. It's not for one judge to decide to release all the animals from a zoo.
A zoo is a prison for animals.
Well, I don't think that elephants are humans.
They have feelings, though.
I'm not saying they don't have feelings, and I'm not saying
they shouldn't have human rights.
They should have elephant rights, and that's only if our government wants to give them elephant rights.
I think they should.
That's a different story.
That is a different story.
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.